Welcome to Mind Mastery Vlog. This is Philip Chalin. Today I am going to share some very important and interesting facts about mind. I am going to talk about the kinds of minds and their functions. See, for a newborn baby, there is no mind. The mind is formed later on, right from the birth. Say, from the 0 age, that is soon after the birth, from that time to the child reaches the age of 8 or 9 age, the mind develops slowly and slowly. How the mind is developing? The fact is that the child absorbs everything from the surroundings, just like the sponge absorbs the water or any other liquids from a medium, right? So the child absorbs everything from the surroundings, and just like in a storeroom we are keeping all the things, the memories are stored, and the language of the mind is the images and the emotions, and therefore whatever the child sees and feels, it absorbs. That's how the mind is formed. And of course there are two kinds of minds, and the first kind of mind is the conscious mind, and the second mind is the subconscious mind. The conscious mind is consisting of brain and its nervous system. It's working only when we are not sleeping. The IQ related, the intelligence quotient related, all the aspects of the mind is connected with the brain. And therefore, the conscious mind is doing some functions like thinking, logical thinking, reasoning, judgment, analysis, movements, and so on. So mainly, it is the brain that helps you to think. Instantly, when you want to think something, it is the conscious mind is helping you. And conscious mind is therefore completely under the influence of the human intelligence. So it is with your awareness that you are thinking. Okay. So the logical thinking in mathematics and the day-to-day life activities, you are having lot of logical thinking. So without logic, you don't believe certain things. If somebody is giving you 100 rupees or some other something free of cost, naturally you will think why that person is giving it, or is that the cost of that article is 100 or not. So there will be a lot of such kind of logical thinking. 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. It is logic. If it is 2 plus 2 is making some other figures, you don't accept because it is not logic, because it has been conditioned in your mind that there is logical structures in your mind always which is already fed. And at the same time, the reasoning, the questions related how and why kind of question, why, how, these kind of questions can easily answered by the person whose conscious mind is very well developed. And therefore, such IQ related aspects will help that individual or that child when he grows up to get good marks and by getting a good job and all. So a person, to speak the truth, only 10% of his total mind's capacity is used. This is told by Albert Einstein. He says that a person uses only 10% of his mind's abilities because he is depending only on the conscious mind, whereas the 90% of the abilities are not known to him because he or she doesn't know say much about the subconscious mind. So what is subconscious mind? So subconscious mind is the mind that is relating or collecting all the information from the surroundings in the form of images and emotions, and therefore it is doing different functions. I can cite out around 12 to say 13 functions are there. The very simple example I can tell you, suppose you want to wake up tomorrow, get up in the morning, say 4 or 5 o'clock, it is possible. without keeping an alarm. You just, before the night you are going to sleep, you make your mind convinced that, tomorrow I want to get up at so and so time. You just repeat that statement 2-3 times so that it fixes in the mind, and therefore without keeping any alarm, it is possible for you to get up in the early morning, the exact time that you wanted to wake up. This is because of the subconscious mind's ability, because the subconscious mind is acting just like a mental clock. And you can, of course, you used to see the dreams. The dreams are not under the control of your conscious mind, or it's not working with your brain systems. Okay, so your dreams are the creations of your subconscious mind. Okay, definitely it is the subconscious mind that makes the huge plan that you makes in your mind. Knowingly and unknowingly, it is working. Do you know the subconscious mind is working 24 hours? I told you the conscious mind is working only when you are not sleeping, when you are keeping awakened, it's working, whereas the subconscious mind is working 24 hours, 365 days, throughout your life, it is working without any errors. And therefore, your all creative thinking, and suppose you are a filmmaker, you are a writer, you are an author, okay, all the creativity comes from the subconscious mind. And dear friends, again, I can tell you, all the internal organs, say heart, or your kidneys, or your respiratory system, or nervous system, all the internal systems are working without your conscious awareness, that you do not know what is happening, how fast, how much speed that heart is beating, or when you are sleeping, what is happening inside your body, you do not know, you have no control over that. It is the subconscious mind that works. Okay, so I'll later explain how or what the subconscious mind is, how it is functioning. Later I can explain in another episode. Today I'm going to speak about the main functions of the subconscious mind. As I told you, all the internal organs, the dreaming, and also all your emotions are controlled by the subconscious mind. Emotions, you feel of laughing, you feel of crying, your fear, all the such kind of factors which are related with your emotions are controlled by the subconscious mind. And also I can say your spiritual thinking, how you relate your concept of God to you. You pray, you meditate, all this time it is the subconscious mind that works for you to relate to the Almighty, the Spirit that is within you. Because as Mind Master says, for every human being there is a body, there is a mind, and there is a spirit within him. The body is nothing but the food accumulated in his body as he has eaten, and the mind is the reminiscence or the memories that he has seen in the past, and the spirit, that is the holy power within you, and therefore it is nothing but the power of the Almighty. You can just trust it and believe it. If Atlantic Ocean or Pacific Ocean or Arabian if they are big, such a huge water bodies, if you take a drop of water from that drop of water will show the whole property of the same ocean or the sea. Similarly, the very powerful, the Almighty's power is within you, and therefore it will do anything for you. The Mind Mastery teaches you, therefore train your subconscious mind to make it believe that you can do anything. The subconscious mind will work like a servant for you. Your conscious mind is acting like a master, as acting like a boss, whereas your subconscious mind is acting like a servant. The subconscious mind always will tell you, your wish is my, your command is. Correct. Another function of the conscious mind is to help the body parts to move. So all your voluntary movements, that is your hands, legs, and all body parts which are moving with the voluntary system, is controlled by the conscious mind. Also, the most important function of the conscious mind is to filter the informations collected by the various sense organs. So the conscious mind, it collects the data, the brain systems, that is the sensory organs collects the data and it brings it to the brain. So to process it, which is important one, which is not important one, the conscious mind is making a filtering system, just like a security or a watchman is asking the questions at the gate of an office. If you go to an office and you want to get inside, naturally the gatekeeper would stop you there and ask the whereabouts or your identity. When you explain it properly, if he is satisfied only, he would sit inside. See, the function of the conscious mind is therefore to make filtrations of all your thoughts. So if you allow, then only the thoughts can go inside.